guys, Zach with War on Retail, and today we're going to be unloading a Walmart general merchandise truck here for you. This truck was unloaded on October 25th, and I'm just going to give you a kind of a walkthrough of what we're doing, what the product is, how we price the product a little bit, and then what we sell this stuff for. So what you're seeing here is a 26 pallet load of Walmart general merchandise. These loads originate out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. We sell these in multiple different ways. We sell these by the pallet, we sell these by the truck. So what you're seeing with this particular load, and we're getting a slow start unloading, as you can kind of see, the pallets are close to the edge of the truck, which prevents us from throwing our dock plate on it right away. So that's Zach right there, the other Zach. And he's going to go ahead and grab the first two pallets off the truck. We're going to drop the dock plate in a second, and then you'll see me come to the picture with the ride-along pallet jack. So as I was saying, this is Walmart general merchandise, and obviously in Fayetteville we sell merchandise by the pallet. In our truckload warehouse in Thomaston, Georgia, we sell these trucks by the load. As you can see with this one, and you'll see more into the video, you'll see a lot of the pallets have black top. That's me. The black top loads tend to be higher value, a lot more small items. I want to say higher value load overall. We sell these trucks by the full load. We sell these for $9,500. If the load didn't have black tops, like if that one has black tops, the loads would be $8,500. We are expecting 3 more loads in this week, so hopefully between then and now I'll be able to show you guys what a regular Walmart load looks like. Now, when we order the Walmart trucks, we have no idea which one it's going to be, whether it's going to be a regular wrapped Walmart truck or a black top Walmart truck. We sell them sight unseen out of the Spartanburg warehouse for $7,500. They're sight unseen, meaning I can't tell you beforehand if you're going to get a regular or a black top. You're taking a chance on that. If you want to see the loads in person, pick out the loads you want, you can do that in our Thomaston, Georgia facility, and then you can just pay the difference. We sell the regular ones again for $85,000, and then ones like this are $9,500. And if you're selling product, both loads have a benefit to you depending on how you sell. If you're a pallet seller, pallet flipper, the black top loads like this are much more profitable. You get pallets that we can have more merchandise on them. The regular loads tend to have bigger items, so if you're in a retail setting, you'll get fewer pieces, but the pieces on the pallets tend to have a higher value. So whereas these, you might get a pallet that has 400 small pieces. The regular general merchandise, you'll get pallets that have 10 to 20 pieces, but those pieces are $50 to $200 pieces. So less merchandise for you to sell if you're in a retail setting. And hopefully, as I said, we'll get more loads in this week and give you a better understanding. It's difficult to explain without seeing both of them. So anyway, this is how we unload a truck. It's extremely exciting, I know. This takes us about 15 minutes if 2 of us are doing it, as you can tell by the length of the video. We're trying to go slow as far as the unload goes, so you can see what comes on the pallets. It is tough to see a little bit, but at the end of the video, I do go around and I'll show you the load. At least I do half of the load once it's off the truck. But this is just kind of a typical day for us. We unload between 1 and 3 trucks a day in Fayetteville. This is where we sell the pallets. I tried to go slow on this one. That particular pallet had the other side. Actually, was a really nice pallet with a lot of speakers and electronics on it. So yeah, but the Walmart general merchandise pallets, as it's a 17-minute video. I'm going to try to keep you guys as entertained as possible. But the Walmart general merchandise is great for flea market sellers. It's great for this particular load. This was the nicest load we'd seen all year. We had several customers in the warehouse, and we were all just really excited about how full the truck was, how big the pallets were. It doesn't happen every day, but Walmart general merchandise, for you guys that aren't aware, is great for flea market sellers. This is customer return product. The closer we get to Christmas and then right after Christmas, it's really clean merchandise. You can tell just by looking at the boxes, this particular load is extremely clean. this stuff is best suited for your flea market vendors, you can see I almost hit the side of the truck, flea market vendors, your auction sellers. It does well for some people in a retail setting depending on the pallets and the items. Everything on these pallets needs to be checked, tested for functionality, because again, these are customer returns. We don't go through check, test, or guarantee the product. And for those of you who call in and ask, do we cherry pick, do we sell this off the truck? This is us pulling it off the truck. We had customers standing by as soon as the truck was finished. We put prices on it. We sold, I want to say we sold over half of this truck yesterday right off. I mean, I didn't even get to put them in spots before I had prices put on them. So, for those of you wondering, we priced these pallets anywhere from the cheapest one. Actually, I posted the cheapest pallet was $100. We ended up keeping the pallet that was $100 because all it was a Blackstone griddle and a lawnmower. And we decided that, I don't know, for funsies, we would keep the griddle here and make lunch. We're actually making hamburgers today. Pretty well, it's too late if you're watching this video back. We've already made and eaten the hamburgers, but just thought it'd be fun. So most of these pallets were $350 to $700, with the majority being priced $350 to $450. That pallet right off there, I want to say sold for $550. So this was a really nice truck, just because I think every pallet off the truck was at least $300. For us, was $350 minimum. So you can do the math on that. When we're selling these, for this particular load, it was $9,500. The cheapest pallet besides the $100 one that we kept was $350, and then we got $550, $600 for a lot of them yesterday. But for those, I don't know, we sell a lot. This is really difficult trying to talk for 17 minutes while we unload a truck. While we're doing it, it doesn't seem to take this long, but we sell more Walmart general merchandise this time of year than any other truck. We currently have a contract to receive 10 loads per week of this stuff. So we sell a lot by the pallet, obviously. We probably move through, on a given week of the general merchandise like this, we probably sell through an easy 5 trucks a week. On an average week, on a slow week, we'll probably sell 3. On a busy week, we'll probably sell through 7. And then the rest goes to the Thomaston location, where we either house it for weeks where we don't get product in, because there's some weeks that Walmart obviously doesn't get enough returns and we can't receive our 10 trucks, or we sell them by the truck. So we do, that was a nice one. I do think I got $750 for that pallet right there. That one was taller than I am. We do supply a lot of pallet warehouses, and if you're still watching this video, we will be, over the course of the next, I want to say after Thanksgiving into Christmas, we are going to do some YouTube videos of how to get into pallet selling, how to flip pallets, and kind of give you guys some of our secrets on how we've built this. We've been in this business now, I have, for 8 years, I think. I'm 26. We started, I was 17, 18 when we started. So I've been doing this for 8 years, and we went from, and I would go into this story later on with more in depth, but I went from selling trash bags full of baby clothes to now we have right under 200,000 square feet of space, 2 warehouses. We were opening our first retail location. So we've built something pretty cool in the last 8 years, and I'm ready to start telling people how we did it and how you guys can get in on it too. So my favorite thing right now is that ride-on pallet jack. It's a lot more comfortable than the forklift. I drove up to Pennsylvania earlier this year, 13 hours up, 13 hours back, just to get 2 of these pallet jacks, thinking my guys would like them, but as you can tell, I don't unload many trucks anymore. This is the first truck I've unloaded in probably, well, I will say the last month. Just part of the perks of running things. I've got a lot of other stuff to do. I do most of the buying. I do all the buying, I should say. I do all the buying. That's kind of my job right now, is finding the product and stuff for the warehouse, for pallets, and for trucks. So if you get in touch with me, most of my job is selling the trucks. We also have Stephanie, if she's watching. Shout out to Stephanie. She'll be helping us sell trucks too. That's Zach on the lip. We got a lot of deep freezers on this particular truck. Deer season, hunting season, people do really well with the deep freezers. It's funny though, the chest freezers last year were more popular, and they still sell really well this year, but I get more requests for the stand-up freezers, whereas last year I could not give away a stand-up deep freezer. This year, that's all anybody asked for. And it's funny because it's like that every year. Some years we will sell the mess out of generators, and next year I probably won't sell any. Or last year, was it last year or was it earlier this year? I think it was last year. I could not keep a pallet of electronics on the warehouse floor. We could get in 2 trucks a week. I'd sell 2 trucks a week, no problem. This year, for whatever reason, we are having a little bit of a harder time moving through them quite as quickly. And it's the same price. We haven't gone up on our prices. Believe it or not, people accuse us all the time. You're going up on prices, and we try not to. There's some things we absolutely cannot help but go up on. Like our cost has risen, and we'll do some videos on why prices are going up. I think I have before, but prices are going up on my end because our cost has gone up, and 2, just the freight costs alone this year and last year because of COVID have just gone through the roof to the point where it's costing us on some loads $50 a pallet more just to ship the product. And we can eat some of that cost, but we can't eat all of that cost. So some things have gone up on price. One thing that has not gone up is the electronics. We have kept those, we sell those at a flat percentage based off the retail value we're given on the pallet. And we'll go into, that's another video that I'll do in the next couple weeks, is we will go through and explain when we get into the series on how to flip pallets, how to sell pallets, I'll explain to you my process for pricing, and that'll give everybody a better idea. If you want to sell pallets, great. I'll explain how to price, but at the very least, this will give you an understanding of how we price our pallets to leave room for you guys to make a profit. I slowed that one down on purpose. I was trying to do a little bit better job of slowing the pallets down so you guys could see what was on them, because it is tough to tell as we drive off the truck. Kind of get a good close up of what all's on these pallets. And with Walmart general merchandise, you're going to see anything from small appliances, electronics, toys, sporting goods. I said small appliances already. The bigger, medium-sized appliances, deep freezers, mini fridges. You typically don't get clothing or food on these trucks. That's one thing that tends to stay away. Not to say you can't ever get it, but they sell Walmart apparel loads, so most of the apparel gets processed for those, and then same with the food. We'll get stuff like beef jerky, but not too much. We'll get some candy or snacks here and there, but it's really minimal. You can see Zach flying right in behind me. I need a little bit of space when I unload trucks, but yeah, typically no apparel. We get pajamas or like coats sometimes, but it's been extremely minimal, especially the last couple of years. I remember one year we paid, because the apparel is worth so much more, but it's been years now, so I shouldn't be able to get in trouble. But we ordered a Walmart general merchandise load, and we paid, at the time, I think they were going for $5,000, $6,000. That tells you that's what we paid. And that 2 or 3 years ago, prices have increased. But we had bought a Walmart general merchandise truck, and an apparel truck came in. I mean, it was solid apparel, nothing but. And I mean, 26 pallets, 7 foot tall, stacked apparel. And I mean, we were probably 3 years into this. I had no idea what to do, because we had enough money at the time to maybe buy 3 or 4 trucks. We didn't have money to sit on product. So if it wasn't selling quickly, we needed to get rid of it. And I had one person I could call, and I called her up and I said, hey, I got an apparel load. What will you give me for it? And that afternoon, she shot me $12,000 for that truck. Some of the easiest money I've ever made. But it also saved my butt, because I did not have 26 people that I could call to sell 26 pallets of apparel. It just wasn't going to happen back then. But that just goes to show that the longer you're in this business, the more contacts you make. 3 years ago, I could not have sold. That was the only person I could. Ooh, Zach almost lost that one. That was the only person I could call for that truck. I mean, if I had not sold it to her, we would have been stuck on 26 pallets of clothing for a good amount of time. Fast forward to today, I could sell 5 trucks this morning for that price and have no issue. So part of this business is just being around long enough to develop contacts. And that's why some people struggle off the bat, is they think it's all fun and game, easy peasy to sell pallets, and it's not. You've got to build up relationships and trust with people before you can just flip 200 pallets a week. It's not going to happen. It's not as easy as it looks. It's not easy at all, but time and effort goes a long way. So I think we're about a minute out from the end of us being unloaded, and then it's like, I think, a very short 16, 17 seconds where I show you the truck. So we're coming close to the end, so be prepared. I want to say it's about a 40-second clip at the end where I walk through and show you guys a better idea of close-ups of the actual load. So if you stayed through this long, I appreciate it. Hang out just a little bit longer. I'll try to get better at stories while we do more of these unload videos. If you like the unload video, let me know. They're not hard for me to make. I just set up the camera and we unload. I mean, it's as simple as that. It's the talking that gets me, that's a little bit harder for me to do. So hopefully I'll get better at that, stories to tell and whatnot. But I think Zach's got one more and I've got one more to unload. God, I just get excited about those pallets. See how tall they are. Those easy 650 for me, and the customers that get them absolutely love the size of those pallets. So this whole truck, we were just in awe, excited about this one. And it doesn't happen all the time. Like I said, this is the best truck. This is the best general merchandise truck that I've seen all year. We have unloaded some nasty ones, some really crappy looking ones. Hopefully we don't get any more of those this year. But if we do, like I said, we would like to start. That's a nice one too. We're going to start showing you guys more of these videos. There we go. So here's a really quick, just kind of slow this down, pause it if you have to. It's only 16 seconds worth of footage, but huge. These pallets are mostly 6 foot tall. They're beautiful. They're easy money for our customers. Thank you for watching.